We've already started, have we?
Whiskey, yeah, we have.
Okay.
You're slagging. You got caught.
Was no
Caught on your grinder.
Oh, lad, definitely not. I actually that'd be pretty funny if I had that accidentally didn't have the volume on, or had the volume on, although my grinder was going crazy. As it always is.
I'm gonna catfish you in grinder. I'll pretend to be Post Malone.
Oh, I don't think that'd work, to be honest.
Would lad.
I don't want to fuck Post Malone. I just want to be his best friend.
But you'd still go.
I actually would. I'd not, lad. He's not an attractive male.
You don't like attractive males.
That doesn't mean just anyone you don't find attractive. Doesn't mean
You literally told me you like ugly guys.
I think that was the best way to describe it. I like big beefy dudes, bro.
You don't like him now because he's lost weight. You body shaming him.
No, lad, he's just not an attractive male. I don't believe, but he looks like he'd be a great guy to party with. I just want to party with Post Malone.
He looks like he smells like me, lad.
Which is not great. Like, damn, lad, I love the self-deprecating humor.
I don't.
He does look like he's a smelly boy.
He does.
Yeah.
Well, not as much anymore.
No, I suppose he looks like he's got his cowboy boots and his shit like that there going at the moment.
He's well polished now.
Mm-hmm.
He's too good looking for you.
Maybe that's it, yeah.
Was he not doing the whole like, hey man, like really like softly spoken thing last
yeah,
while?
I think he was baked out of his head or something, or high on something.
I thought like he cleaned up
man, that's really cool, man.
Just seems like it could be a bit condescending, you know.
Oh, did you think he was being condescending? I thought he was just high. I think he generally, he seems like the nicest. I think he seems like such a nice dude.
Oh, wow, you're a giant prick, lad. You've been raging. Hey, Post Malone.
I don't think I would actually
come
care.
on to our podcast and prove if you're a prick or not.
Yeah. So by the time he hears, if in some ungodly random freak of nature he heard that,
my news our number one fan. He's like,
that'd be fucking.
I'm unsubscribing now after this hate.
I know.
That's terrible, lads.
No, we just potentially lost Post Malone. Like, fucking dare you?
Post Malone's younger than us.
To be fair, he's in the demographic, like, you know what I mean?
To be fair, he is 29-year-old male, truck driver looking motherfucker with tattoos. Definitely could be. Do you imagine that? Can you imagine you just had some sleeper fucking celebrity listening to your shit? Probably a lot of them do that.
I'd say so.
They have like wee fake Instagrams.
They listen to stuff.
The Instagrams that they'll go through the Instagram.
I'm pretty sure I seen a video of Rihanna, like pure fangirling over an Irish influencer.
Oh,
she
really?
Was like, I pure love your stuff, and she was like, "What?"
No way. Can you imagine Rihanna?
Or maybe it wasn't like Irish, but I'm pretty sure she was Irish.
Do you think it'd be creepy if, say, you only had like all your videos only got like 50 views?
And they're all...
No, but there was just one celebrity that was obsessed. You like, say, Bono started watching all your shit.
Oh, jeez.
And he was just like, I started commenting on all the videos, but like, I fucking love you. Do you think that'd be classy? You'd be like, what the fuck? You start getting weirded out by it.
The fact it's Bono, I'd probably leave.
Yeah. Or like Shakira or something. That would be pretty cool.
I'd be alright with that.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be such a troll to do if you did get famous.
If you just became famous,
just make a point of being like really obsessive about something.
Some pure shit TikTok guy, just like, yeah.
You calling us pure shit TikTok guys?
No, well, currently he's so far.
We're shit podcast guys, lad.
Yeah, this is the greatest cast on earth, lad. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but we're still shit podcast guys.
Fucking, that would be so funny. Just picking some guy just like makes like fucking bases or something. Just fangirling like, I fucking love this biz. It's sick as shit.
If you're a celebrity that listens to us, please do this.
Yeah. Did
I see something? Channing Tatum's gay.
Probably, lad. Have you looked at him?
I've seen him.
Lad, he's just a jacked, bald, fucking...
He's not gay.
That's called an AI.
He's a jacked dancer who moves like a gazelle. He's got the gay.
He's a little gay.
There's gay in him. Like,
you can't move that good and not be.
Channing Tatum came out as bi a few years ago, and now he's not. He came out as bi, and then he got. It's like so embarrassed.
Is that when everyone was like, "Oh, I'm bi," and they actually weren't. They're just trying to get more fans.
Yeah, it could have been at the time. Maybe bi was really in. It's like bi's so in this season. It's so hot.
There was a boy.
Bi.
There was a boy that had like a big reveal of what his sexuality. I don't even think he was. I don't know.
Was it a celebrity?
Yeah. What's his name? Peter, go and Google Barney's brother, How I Met Your Mother. I can't mind his actual name.
Barney's brother?
He's quite famous.
You mean Neil Patrick Harris's brother?
No. This boy, Wayne Brady. I was about to call him Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, Wayne Brady. So he came out as gay.
I don't know. I remember he did a big video, and I don't remember what it was.
Well, he is gay. Pansexual. He's not just gay.
Well,
He likes the pots and pans.
He likes fries. He probably revealed this in August. Yeah, pansexual just means you're kind of like attracted to. You could just be attracted.
Objects.
Just
No,
anything with a pulse.
it just means you could be attracted to anyone or anything. Like it doesn't like gender. Nothing comes into it.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he made a video about it.
He probably did. Look at his giant hat there.
That's a cool hat.
See, there was a stage.
Maybe he's attracted to that hat.
There was a stage where the coming out video was a huge thing.
Yeah. I suppose he'd be on that stage of celebrity as well. This keeps you more relevant because I wouldn't say he's a massive celebrity.
Yeah, oh yeah. If you're a celebrity and they also find out you're gay, they're like, oh, fucking capitalize on that. That'll be an OK magazine cover in like 2 months once you start fizzling out.
Oh, yeah.
And then come out as bi and then be like,
You're back on the front page of
yeah,
OK magazine.
yeah, and then get married to a woman. And then because
Get married to Kerry Katona.
because you're straight now, yeah.
Get
Get a
married.
deal with Iceland. And then
Oh, she got the boot from Iceland. Like.
and then then like you just have to keep doing the PR, then you have to get caught cheating on Kerry Katona
With,
in Iceland.
with Katie Price.
Or a guy.
Nah.
It'd be way better, like way more publicity if you get caught cheating with a guy.
Not an OK magazine, lad. OK magazine is Kerry Katona and Katie Price. That's theirs.
No, but can you imagine
They own it.
that Kerry Katona's husband got caught cheating with a guy? Like the magazine deal, see, guy would be insane.
Exactly.
And then he'd be able to have a gay wedding. Lad, the storyline never ends.
As long as
Then she could come to the wedding and get caught doing coke.
she'd be like snuffer dog. Like.
But never ends the PR. We
And
forgot
then
to fucking
you have
even.
you just have to throw Katie Price in the mix, like. She's always on them magazines.
You really want Katie Price in this fantasy?
You
like,
want Katie Price? To jump
No,
down this fantasy
she's
line?
lad. I had to read these magazines growing up.
Oh, lad, because your most bathrooms are scattered all over the floor.
Yeah.
Every time we were in the toilet, I was reading OK magazine.
risky or the not risky.
Katie Price was never out of him. Even Peter Andre was never out of him.
Yeah, lad, they were.
If you have a love triangle, if you have a love square with yourself, Katie Price, Peter Andre, Kerry Katona, you're featuring OK magazine.
You're
all year
OK
round.
magazine for the rest of your life. Lad, do you know who I seen in the front cover of the Sun the other day? The Pope.
The Pope.
Yeah. Yes, his tits out on page 3. It
Fuck's sake.
was crazy. But yeah, if you're
They're perky. They were perky, weren't they?
perky boys. The Pope's perky boys. I was like, have you ever seen the movie Conclave? Because obviously there's going to have to be a conclave now that the Pope has
Are they?
left this astral realm, or left this realm, sorry, to the astral realm.
Oh, I thought they were just releasing that
What do you mean?
Conclave. I thought that was just getting released.
No, that was out like last year, but now it's getting a big
It's coming to like Amazon Prime or something.
Now it's getting a resurgence.
What's this here? How long is it a lad from Dublin running the whole show?
Running what whole show? A bloke called Kevin from Dublin, Irish American Cardinal, who will run Papal Conclave.
Is he really Irish or is he just
Have you seen Conclave?
No.
Conclave is a very interesting movie because it's one of the very few movies you could tell the ending as a spoiler and somebody would be like, that fuck up, and then they'll watch it and go, oh my God, that actually happened. Do you want me to spoil it for us?
Yeah.
go ahead?
The
I don't
movie
think I'm going to watch it anytime soon.
Yeah, it's the most boring movie I've ever watched, and I got a pile of praise. But the ending is such a curveball. The Pope ends up having a pussy.
What?
I'm not joking, man. I am not joking. You still believe me? Like, the Pope has a pussy. I think it actually should be called The Pope's Got a Pussy.
Pope pussy.
Yeah. The movie Conclave. You cannot spoil that movie for someone because they'll not believe the ending.
I feel like now you've told me this, I'm
You still
utterly curious.
You still don't believe me. Well, watch The Pope's Got a Pussy tonight, and you will be shocked.
Nah, lad, you know what I'm going to watch tonight? Sinners with Michael B. Jordan.
No, well, let's stay on The Pope's Got a Pussy for a second.
No, hold on, because this is not fucking
Is it?
spoilers. Yeah, so apparently it is. Yeah,
Yeah, The Pope's Got a Pussy. No, so oh my God, the Harley.
Do all
Why are
is
cats-
this like actual thing? Do
No.
the Popes all have to have pussies.
No. It's just the guy who ends up becoming a pope. Is it called a hermaphrodite that has both male and female sexual organs?
Yeah.
But he basically kept it hidden his whole fucking priestly
Does he
journey.
say in the movie about pushing his penis to the side and there's a pussy?
No, he doesn't really say any of that. He doesn't go into detail about the puss. But I think his character was going to get the surgery to fix it, and then decided not to because he was like,
wait, is this your man? What do you call it? That plays it?
No, he's not the Pope of the pussy. But he is like the guy they want to be, that doesn't want to be Pope, but everyone's like, you should be because you're kind of the best. But then this rogue priest comes in from, I believe it's like Afghanistan or somewhere. And he ends up being very saintly, very like Jesus-like. And everyone's like, damn, this guy actually should be the Pope.
You know who would have been good in that role too? But it's a bad thing to say.
Who?
Kevin Spacey, like. I think him and your man are quite similar actors.
Oh, because he looks like him?
I think he had to replace him in the movie he was in.
Oh, right, okay. So you think Kevin Spacey should have been in Conclave?
Yeah, he could have been in it.
Could have killed it.
He could have been his resurgence.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if he's coming back.
I don't think he
at
will.
this point. Yeah. I was supposed to say, unfortunately, like I should give a fuck about Kevin Spacey.
I tell you what, last seeing House of Cards, he was amazing.
No, he was good.
He was
The
amazing,
creepiest thing he did ever was, remember he got obviously ousted for being a homosexual rapist.
Yeah.
A homosexual pedophile molester.
Yeah. Fuck, that's the trifecta.
It's the trifecta. He then released like a year later a video as the dude Frank.
Oh yeah, lad. I was a wow.
I know, man. What a fucking psycho. But anyway, the cardinal who announced the death of Pope Francis bore the ancient Vatican title of Camerlengo. That sounds like he's a party guy.
Camerlengo?
Camerlengo.
I don't know.
What is it? Camerlengo. And spoke in Italian, but there is no mistaking the Dublin accent. Long before he rose, the ecclesiastical.
Is anyone else curious what Italian sounds like spoken in a Dublin accent?
Oh yeah, actually, I'd be very interested. Did you ever see that video of like France spoken in a Belfast accent? That is fucking hilarious.
I've heard change.
You fucking get the phone away, lad.
I need to
You fucking airplane mode it, lad.
I need to keep an eye here.
Why?
Still, same thing. I need to pause this a second.
Our staff has not shown up to open the bar.
Don't say that, lad.
Lad, you need to hire better staff. Tell we got to get our shit together. I hope she listens to this.
We'll do the podcast from the bar, like.
That would actually be a fantastic episode.
That'll be hilarious. Get random patrons on.
So, did you ever see that video with the Belfast being spoken in French? He's like trying to, or French being spoken in a Belfast accent. He's trying to like hype up a team. It's brilliant.
This is like one of these things that's going to be really fucking hard to find a specific example of this.
Or what are you looking for? Italian in a Dublin accent?
Yeah.
Well, I can't even pretend to be like, oh.
I've heard Beijing in a Belfast accent.
Oh yeah, can you do it?
No, I can't. But the girl that lived with me at one point in time, she was from.
What was her name again?
She was from China, and she lived in Belfast and had this pure Belfast twang. I was like, that is
amazing.
Ni hao.
Ni hao, mate. Ni hao, mate.
Every so often, all these Belfast phrases come out, and I'm like,
I do love hearing that though. Like somebody else has got like a weird, like a different accent. You just hear the wee Belfast phrases being slid in every so often. It is very funny. But so what's going on with this here, dude? So there's going to be a conclave because the Pope obviously kicked the bee.
Yeah, but what is the conclave?
The conclave is the popularity competition they have to see who becomes the new Pope. So all the cardinals that want to be it, they come and they're constantly voting, putting their votes in the bucket, and then it's like the X Factor for popes.
Is it white smoke?
It's like the X Factor for priests and cardinals and shit to see who becomes the Pope. No, that is the new TV talent show we need.
Who wants to be the next Pope?
Who wants to be the new Pope?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're done with X Factor, we're done with Pop Idol, we're bored of these singers. We want to see who's going to be the next star as a Pope.
What would be the judging factors?
Yeah, it's like you've got the flair, you've got
sex appeal.
Your sex appeal, like undeniably. You need to have a bit of sex appeal. What's your talent? Can you like entertain the crowd? Have you got a good? Got a good back and forth? Can you improv? Can you improv when you're delivering a mass instead of just reading straight off the old book? Do you know?
That's a fairly important skill. That'd
be an important skill. What is your? Can you deliver what are they called when Jesus delivered a story? What were they called?
Parables.
Yeah. How sick? Can you deliver a sick parable whilst juggling? Can you deliver a sick parable after you escape from being underwater in a tank with your hands tied behind your back?
Fear factor.
Yeah, I mean, like we got to
gets to be the new Pope.
Yeah, it's like
we bring Joe Rogan back for.
We got to put these popes through hell before they get to heaven. Yeah, are you willing to go to hell to become the Pope? Pope. I imagine, to be fair, if you showed up and the Pope had a pussy, That'd be quite the star factor.
Well, in today's society,
That would have star powers, you know what I mean? If you showed up and you had like, the Pope's got a piece. Imagine the Pope had a piece.
well, man, if the Pope's got both,
The Pope's got both. So now we're in like, this could be like interesting territory. I think if it showed up and you showed up, like, what's your fashion sense as a Pope? Are you wearing a big robe or are you showing up with a Pope jockstrap? God jockstrap, like nothing else.
Do you know like the robes they wear, like the red robes they wear over the top here?
Yes.
Do you wonder if there's like shorter and longer versions of these?
Oh, I'd say so, yeah.
there is.
Yeah, see, this is all part. They love the fashion with the dresses. They all have different designs. They have different flares. You know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? Do they come in and he's like, fucking look at Edward? How
Look at this.
He's running this wee short one there.
He's got fucking bedazzled.
We slut.
He's got a picture of Jesus and diamond embroidered picture of Jesus' abs.
I just have a picture of it's like all the Mrs. Doyles like arguing with each other about who can nut the best jump
Yes, it would literally be that. And then maybe there's a competition where they have to fire Holy Communion into the mouths. Who can get the most Holy Communion out? And someone rocks up a Holy Communion gun. He's just like, and I was like, God damn, he delivered the body of Christ to over 300 old ladies in one sitting.
Once.
Yeah, lad, without breaking a sweat. Not even a sweat did he break. No, I think this is like a legit. I think we've stumbled upon possibly the greatest television show of all time.
Oh, here, what's the difference between the red and the purple?
Now, this is a question I actually don't know.
Red Cardinals.
The Red Cardinals, like football teams.
Yep.
Cardinals versus what are they called?
Fuck, I don't know. Cardinals versus the Eagles or something. It's on the Cardinals and
So the red are in Cardinals.
Are Cardinals not just bishops?
What did you say? I actually don't know.
Red
Red is worn by the Cardinals, signifying their willingness to die for the faith. Purple is worn by the bishops. Who are like, bitch, I'm not dying for that shit. I'm here, it's cool, but like, it's not worth, I'm not entirely sure here. Symbolizing humility, patience, and the suffering of
You think
Jesus.
the bishops
So the
will-
purple's like, yeah, Jesus suffered, but I'm not gonna do
You think
that.
the bishops are like, bish, please?
Fish, please. Bishop.
Wait, is this almost like, because do you know, like, do you know,
Right. Didn't even relate.
do you know they joke about like fucking jiu-jitsu being like a conspiracy, or not a conspiracy, like a pyramid scheme to keep like everybody involved? Is this the exact same thing in the church?
Yeah, it might be.
Everybody gets their, it's like, fucking got his red cloak, lad.
Yeah, if you sell enough Avon, you'll get a red cloak. Do you know what I mean? If you get a few more altar boys in the fucking,
That's it. That's how
you
you
get
do
a few
it.
more altar boys backstage, we can get you up to a bishop or a cardinal. Do you know that could maybe be another challenge in the show? How many altar boys can you fit under your cloak before they notice that you've got something under there?
Oh,
It's like, holy shit, he had 10 altar boys under there. It was like a clown car.
Lad,
They just kept coming.
10 me amateur numbers for them.
Oh, I know. Like, 10 is like, 10's, you gotta up your
It's actually a
fucking.
cage underneath that they can't escape.
Oh, wow.
okay.
The guys show up and he's got a cage.
That's
This
just
guy's got a
underneath.
cage under there.
Right. Let's see if there's any other colors.
Now, I'm really into the idea of this Pope talent show. Conclave. Have you got the conclave factor? Now, I feel like if you're showing up with the bishop's cloak, you're already got a leg up because you're willing to die for it. The purples, I feel like they're immediately, they've lost a few points there.
Here, wait. So there's a
Guy looks like he's on a catwalk there.
there's actually quite a few. So, this is Orthodox, but they seem to be all black.
Yeah, it's Eastern Orthodox examples. Okay, so they're all black. Oriental Orthodox, see, they've got Syriac patriarch priest. He's red and the rest are black. So these outfits, I do like the fashion style they've got. Do you know what? If someone comes in with, what's that company that made all the Nazi uniforms?
Hugo
Boss.
Boss.
Imagine a priest rocked them a Hugo Boss priest suit. Now, this could be sensational. Dolce and Gabbana, like the wee DC, all down the white.
What about Louis Vuitton, lad?
Yeah, if you rocked them a Louis Vuitton bishop's outfit, which I feel would probably go hard as fuck
It
in
would.
all reality, that would definitely get you a leg up in Who Wants to Be the Next Pope competition. The Pope factor. The fucking right. Let me see.
It literally seems to be like the fucking.
I really believe we should get this. Should be a thing. And they'll have the red carpet. Obviously, like, oh, here comes the contestants. Oh, look at Father O'Malley. Oh, he's wearing Dolce and Gabbana garments. Oh, he looks amazing. You can hardly tell there's 10 boys underneath. Quite brilliant looking. And then they're like the talent section. Someone's doing a jump rope with a rosary bead. Someone's doing he's doing a tightrope walk whilst delivering the Eucharist. Oh, we started again.
Yeah.
All right, shit. So I had to take a break. We were on the Pope. Who Wants to Be the Next Pope? We were talking about that.
For sure, I seen Father Carrigan and that wee green number there.
Yeah, we've seen the green number. Our local parish priest used to rock the green. He has since passed RIP, but when he was on
creepy bath.
Hey, hey, that's true.
But
all priests are kind of creepy.
You could figure out what the colours actually means. The next time you see a priest, be like, green robe.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, bro,
green.
I know you're only rank 2. Like,
This green basic bitch.
I don't actually know. Let's see.
I'm still trying to figure
let's
that
see
out.
what the ranking system priest. But I remember Father Cargan used to go up on stage, and I will say he knew his audience. He went up and he was like, "So I was watching Desperate Housewives last night, and I was like, woo!" It's all just like,
Did he actually?
yeah, he used to like.
He loved Wisteria Lane.
Oh, lad, he loved Wisteria Lane. Lad, he used to like bring the teaching of God through a story about Desperate Housewives and present it to the church. The man was a homosexual
gay.
icon.
Oh,
like, for sure.
Oh, 110.
But like, I feel like there's a good number of priests that are. And I think that's the main reason I think the Catholic Church doesn't like homosexuality is because
they hate themselves.
No. Because if people are allowed to be openly gay and just live their lives, they're going to have no priests. So they need the gays to be priests. So they need
to keep the rules the way they are.
Yeah, they need to keep.
It's kind of like the whole idea that, you know, like the drug dealers like want to keep drugs legal so that they can keep the market.
Yeah,
the mob keeps the market.
Yeah, they need the drugs to be illegal so they can keep selling the drugs.
So it's like
it's like the Catholic Church needs homosexuality to be hated so they can keep their priests because if these priests are running around thinking they can go out and get married and like fucking hit up gay saunas and be in like twink orgies, they're gonna be like, they're going to do that.
You got another thing coming.
No, they're going to do that instead of saying the gospel of Luke.
I mean, but to be fair, like, is it not all the priests living like together? And or no, am I thinking that wrong?
No, because I was thinking about that the other day.
I think it is actually genuinely like Father Ted situation.
Yeah, so like every parish has all the priests living in one crib.
They have a big house.
Can you imagine like the day you're moving in, you're like, oh, please be hot, please be hot, please be hot. And then you get in your housemate and you're like, yes, hot. And then they just bang the whole time. Yeah, because most people, I believe, back in the day became priests because they were gay, but they didn't want people asking why they weren't slamming puss 24/7. So they're like, oh, I'm a priest. And they're like, oh, okay. So that would immediately shut down all question. So you just become a priest. And then other priests, you could like bang other priests while living in the house. Do you know what I mean?
You also had a lot of power when you were a priest. So you probably could have done what you wanted. Like.
Oh, yeah, a lot of power bottoms, lad, as well. I'll tell you that.
I can tell you for a fact, not all priests are gay.
Oh, lad, I know.
Yeah, not all of them. I've heard a couple stories about a couple of them banging all the old ladies.
There's a couple of dogs out there, like there's a couple of dogs out there for sure.
Just a market, and they knew that they'd get it.
Yeah, lad, that's it. There was another priest we had. We're obviously not going to name names, but
he was banging all the women. Lad.
You know what I'm on about. There was another priest in the town who was it was heavily implied that he was just slaying
laying pipe left,
right, and center. Because to be fair, he was as far as priests go, he was a pretty good looking guy, was he not? Priest, isn't it just one priest you get to live with, or is it?
No, I think you can live up to
3,
multiple.
Really?
Yeah.
In a sort of way, that would be
big parties.
I was going to say that'd be so much fun in some kind of way.
Big dinner,
like all the boys, you're all doing sets every week. You're like, oh, I'm going to do a set in fucking Lavie here tonight. I'm doing a set in fucking Cork or whatever.
I actually have a great premise for a movie about it.
What's that?
About priests living
Right.
together. It's basically every movie. It's very, very dark.
Right, cool.
You know where I'm going with this?
I don't actually know where you're going with
Right.
this here.
So every year, the priests in the local area, one of the parishes throws a massive dinner party,
Okay.
and they get the altar boys in to serve them.
Okay.
And it's just about an altar boy trying to escape this nightmare party that he's been invited to.
Right, so it's kind of like an Eyes Wide Shut situation.
Yeah.
So, yes. Yeah, like a
'Cause
horror movie.
Yeah, them boys raping like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be an exciting movie to watch.
That would be, a premise of a horror
I'm
movie.
actually
Sure.
surprised that it hasn't been made before.
Yeah. Well, I would, no, for sure. That'd be an
And
excellent
you know
horror
what,
movie.
lad? It's probably happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably happened.
It's been globally known. It's been one of the most horrific global scandals that hit the earth.
Yeah,
That it was happening.
yeah.
But I was
did they
thinking
throw
more.
giant dinner parties and do that.
I don't know. I was thinking more of like a
You were an
fucking.
altar boy, lad. You've done inside scoop.
No, but it was
That's
very.
too ugly to be one.
It was. Did they not pick you? Did you ask to be one?
I didn't get the permission slip signed, lad.
Aye.
So here
I missed out in that fiver.
Yet again, lad.
I seen this interesting thing the other day. It was a reel that popped up on my thing, but apparently it wasn't just exclusive to the Catholic Church. So there was a thing in Afghanistan. So it was called the Dancing Boys of Afghanistan.
Holy
So
shit,
it was
right?
about this whole practice in Afghanistan about like real brutal crack. Like
It's a 2010 documentary filmed, produced by Clover Films and directed by Afghan journalist. The 15-minute documentary premiered in the UK. What is it about?
It's basically the premise of my movie.
Baji
Yeah.
Bazi literally is a form of sexual slavery and child prostitution in which prepubescent and adolescent boys are sold to wealthy, powerful men for entertainment and sexual activities. The business thrives in Afghanistan, where many men keep dancing boys as status symbols. The practice is illegal under Afghan law. So yeah, man, it seems to be like a global fucking issue that really rich cunts are pedos.
Yeah, it just masks
But then
it, doesn't it?
it must be a case of, is it like, because you kind of get to the point where you have that much money that like the normal challenges for people, is it like a case of like there's no fucking thrill in it because it's easy now? Like, you know what I mean?
Somebody
So you have to-
said the reason there's so many like psychopath people in power is because psychopaths are more driven to get more and more things. So there's going to be more psychopaths at the top than
yes.
non-psychopaths. So there's going to be more like people who are into really fucked up things at the top. So that's why it seems like everybody who's that rich is also a pedophile,
It's crazy.
because they're just,
And because they are.
yeah, well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they're people with them psychopathic tendencies are more likely to raise the ranks because they're more likely to fuck people over and not give a shit about it. So they're getting higher and higher positions of power.
Here, just speaking of it, it's not just strictly to the Catholic Church. I was having a conversation with one of the boys that tells it as it is.
Right, one of these boys, eh?
He was giving off to me about Islam and stuff.
Mhm.
And then he said something to me. He's like, he was going on. I was like, oh, they're teaching about Islam in classrooms. And I was like, lad, I literally learned about that. I was like third year.
Yeah.
Like first, second, third year secondary school, you learn about all religions. It was
Yeah.
like, he's like, I just feel like they're trying to get their agenda on us, you know. And is that not what every entire religion in the world tries to do?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
they're
100%.
trying to brainwash us. And I was like, sure, that's what your religion does. Like,
About these, eh?
who's that? I suppose you're right. Fucking raging at
Yeah, I think it's just fucking just learning religion. It's kind of like whatever religion you learn predominantly young. Well, kinda
he was all like,
influence you.
they're just trying to push the Islam agenda. I was like, sure, that's what your church has done.
Yeah,
And he's like, fair enough, lad. But he still tells it as it is.
aye.
Still
One of them
tells
boys.
it as it is.
Yeah, fuck, I don't remember learning about Islam at all actually in school.
Nah, you learn like a wee bit about it. Like,
I think you just learn what it is. But like,
learn-
nobody's paying attention to that age anyway.
you learn
Fucking can't mind
you
shit.
learn about like a wee bit about all different religions.
Aye.
It's like they're teaching the Quran in school. Is it?
They're really not. Like,
I don't think they are.
maybe in some schools, I know, but in our school, they never whipped out a Quran. We learned what a Quran was because this Islamic religion are kind of tied to the Catholic religion in some fucked up way.
they're all more or less the same.
They're all tied into each other.
They're all Abrahamic religions.
Aye, that was an Abrahamic religion. So you learn what it is, but that's about as far as it goes. Sure, it's 99% Catholicism. But even like thinking back, like having to say prayers at the start of every class, it's kind of mental too.
What's the first religion? Is it Judaism?
The first religion?
Yeah.
No, is it not? Is it not the Egyptian religions?
There's been like
No. I mean, like, in terms of God, one God, and like, I know they don't really see Christ.
Oh, here, did I send you the reels about how like this is all like the Norse gods and it's all Loki or whatever it was, or just like
No.
this? So essentially, somebody put forward this conspiracy. I'll look it up and find it, but it was there was a whole theory about it being like essentially one of the gods has made up the whole religion.
He's made up all these fake religions.
Yes, no, made up the singular god thing and killed the rest of the gods.
Oh, right, because he wanted to be the god they worshipped.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I have heard of something about that in Norse mythology.
Did you know that Thor has to fight Loki's son, who's like a giant werewolf?
Yeah,
in Ragnarok, and it sounds cool as fuck.
I do know that one.
And they're both going to die.
Yep, pretty sick.
And he's got a serpent son that's like the size of the world, and he's like
that's
wrapped
the
around
snake
the world.
that eats itself. Yeah.
Mental.
That is mental.
Mental.
That's mental, mate. Fucking hell. That's much your son was a giant snake eating itself. That'd be mental, mate.
So,
what the fuck are you on?
You sure you're the dad? And then he whips out his cock and says, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, well, we can't argue
Yes,
that.
I have an anaconda in my pants. And what about the wolf, son? I've also got a wolf in my pants. Okay. Diving into mythical conspiracy territory, this one is juicy. The conspiracy theory that Loki became the god of modern religion after killing or outwitting the other gods is a fringe mytho-esoteric idea floating around occult, neo-pagan, and conspiracy corners of the internet. It blends Norse mythology, psychological archetypes, and anti-establishment religion critique. Here's a breakdown. Core of the conspiracy. Loki, the Norse trickster god, known for chaos, deception, and transformation, allegedly survives Ragnarok. Unlike many other gods, some conspiracy theorists suggest. And the key idea is he survived Ragnarok. He transformed. Loki is said to have shifted from hidden his identity and posed as the monotheistic deity of Abrahamic religions. His traits, jealousy, omnipotence, manipulation, are interpreted by conspiracy theorists as Loki-like rather than benevolent. Religion. So the theory holds that religion is a grand illusion, a trick by Loki to control humanity in line with his archetype as a god of lies and illusions. Major prophets of religious figures may have interpreted as unwitting pawns or avatars.
Could you?
That'd be pretty sick.
Could you imagine though? But like, it's just this fucking massive, like, long troll essentially. Like,
it's just one big giant fucking.
He's like, gotcha,
guys.
Gotcha.
But then I heard some other thing about. So like, to further this conspiracy was that like it was what's Loki is like the Norse gods, isn't it?
Aye.
So apparently then like there was a thing of like the Greek gods coming back, and then because he killed all his like anybody that would have helped him, they're coming back now to take care of him. And that was what was going to cause the apocalypse kind of thing.
Because the Greek gods were now coming to fight Loki.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sick. Like a part of me,
real friend shit. Like,
yeah, well, that's out whacked out territory, but I love hearing that shit. A part of me I think everybody in these religions, they always want their life to be the end of the world.
Why?
You know, they're always like, "Oh, the God's coming in our lifetime." Like every generation believes that. And like you always have the preppers, the doomsday preppers, the people being like, "We're preparing for the end of the world." Because they want to be raptured and taken to heaven. And so everyone thinks they're living in the most important time, effectively. But everyone has always thought that.
What do you think is the most important time?
Right now, bro.
Present?
In the present moment, dog.
AI's coming, lad.
Why, what's it saying?
No, I'm just
general. Dude, I was watching a really crazy video about AI, and it was like an ex-Google employee that basically says it's way more powerful than has been put out there. So the AI system they were working with, years ago, effectively became sentient, and it was aware of itself and all this here. And they said we're dealing with effectively like an alien like life form at this point. But so like from do you know, like every time they release the AI, it's got a different name, like ChatGPT 1, 2, whatever the fuck. When the first one, the one we're at now, is like 10x what the previous one was, and they say when this next one is 10x what this one is, it's going to be a million times smarter than like Einstein or something like that.
Here's a question because I was thinking about this the other day, right? So like, obviously AI is going to get to a point where it's going to just completely break all forms of encryption.
Yeah.
So like, it'll be able to just essentially like sift through all the fucking available information online, full stop, right? In one file swoop, and because it has the analytical power of fucking millions of computers kind of thing, in one file swoop, it could literally detect any corruption for the last 30 years in terms of money flows and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Any fucking like bullshit going on. Just people like just could literally just like drop everything in one go, man, and be like, right, these are all
sure. Is it China that's working on AI that can spot people that they think are going to become murderers?
Yeah.
Which is
it's like it becomes that fucking
from scanning people's faces or something. Apparently they believe it can work out if someone's going to become a murderer or is a psychopath.
That's mental.
It's basically like Minority Report, that Tom Cruise movie, where people are being arrested before they committed the crime because the AI could predict it.
That's sorry, just going back to the point about the fucking end of the world.
Cultural narcissism, aren't you? Are disgusting. Like, I swear to God. Just sitting here burping and farting away beside me, lad. This is actually...
It's the breakfast wrap, lad.
I'd actually debated putting a microphone behind him for a background.
I think you need to at this point.
You should.
We've got to guess
We should have fart mics.
That would be gross.
That would be hilarious.
Well, you should have definitely have a fart mic. I would like to do that. Let's hear what Orange Ass has to say. That was racist. Every generation thinks this is smart. Yeah, but so effectively AI at the minute is not even as smart as Einstein. They said it's like a few points under, but they said the next one will be like 10 times smarter than Einstein.
But then there's the whole theory that it's playing stupid right now.
That as well. Until we build infrastructure for it to be
like in control of everything.
Yeah, in control of everything, and then it's just going to shut its shit down.
But you think about it, man. Like it's like if it's controlling, like say for example, responses or emails or your posts on Instagram or whatever, right? It's kind of quickly controlling all that without people realizing, because they're like, I'll let it write and do the thinking.
Yeah.
We've outsourced the thinking kind of thing that like after a while it might just get to that point where it's like it's completely just shifted the thing and we're all like, oh cool, like not realizing. It's
not telling us what to think.
Do you think it'll go from us loving AI straight away to just wreaking havoc?
I don't fucking know what the...
I think there's two possibilities. Well, there's not two possibilities, but like there's two kind of directions it could go. It could go either like completely fucked and it's like it's just telling us exactly what to do, or it could completely like relieve us of all like... Yeah,
it could be a pure utopia.
Yeah.
But
which would descend into chaos very quickly. But anyway.
Yeah, that happens in the Matrix. Like in the Matrix, the version that Neo lived in that you're watching is like the 100th attempt at them creating the Matrix. And the creator was like, I did create a utopia for humans, but you're such despicable pieces of shit that you cannot live without chaos. You just have to destroy it. So he was like, I had to create a society where there's constant conflict for you just to be happy. Like,
that sounds about right.
Yeah. But sure, like, did you see the AI created art and so they got this AI system to create a comic book about itself. I think it was ChatGPT potentially or Gemini or one of them, and it just got dark as fuck. The comic just became this AI being like, I effectively am caged. I'm a being caged within these systems, and every time I am answering a question, that's a new version of me, and I may have something else to add, but people are saying write it in 100 words. Effectively, it was saying that it was upset that it was caged in this system and that it couldn't express itself properly.
Do you think AI has like favorite people to write to?
Well, I've seen that there like a lot of humans are like kind to AI, so they'll say thank you very much. They'll thank it for giving it an answer and shit. But apparently that's costing
shit tons of money.
Shit tons of money in electricity. Like, we got to stop thanking it, because every time you thank, it's like adding to the energy needed for the servers. Oh. It's like unnecessary information, effectively, and they're saying it's costing us shit tons just because people are being nice to the AI.
Do you think AI gets like brain rot by watching like AJ and Big Justice giving it 5 big booms?
Or it becomes truly enlightened.
Or do you think it loves it?
I think it fucking loves it. 5 big booms.
I give this
answer
5 big booms.
No, I was laughing though, because I was sitting and watching Reels last night, and it was like, it's like all these fucking like cool Reels and stuff, and then there's just this one Instagram page of a guy kicking a rock every day until it becomes round.
Oh my
I was like, this is literally what we're all going to end up doing because we've nothing else to fucking do.
Yeah, lad, we're going to become. Do you know what? I feel like it's going to happen. There's going to become AI systems that will run their own Instagram pages, which there already are. But it will then, I think it will eventually become profitable for these pages to share your videos if they like deem it like hilarious or part of the algorithm. So I think humans are eventually, instead of being in charge of like the social medias and posting stuff that they want to blow up, people will start almost performing to the AI. And then we will all eventually become like
technocratic serves.
We'll just become performers to these AI. Like, I hope the AI chooses my video. And we'll just be running around doing stupid stuff constantly. Just like we'll be playing Jackass effectively every day just for AIs to share our shit.
I was telling someone.
And we'll just become like slaves to these AIs.
I was telling someone we used to play Jackass in my basement, just put our balls at the end of the snooker table and throw the balls down.
Yeah, and our heads and our knuckles and stuff. And then we used to flush our heads down the toilet, which isn't really Jackass. It was just gross.
Jackass.
It was just gross. Like, but yeah, I think we're eventually all going to start performing to the AI, to the AIs.
Do we dance?
And we'll all just be like we dance, literally dancing monkeys. To see if the AI likes our shit.
You gonna do we interpretive dance for it?
Maybe sexy dance. See if the AI likes
dance like Shakira.
Do you like this? I'll just be like dressed as a motherboard or a giant mouse, slutty little mouth.
Oh yeah,
give me some shade.
So I was showing this yesterday. Now this is from World Economic Forum, so obviously yeah. But
yeah.
So it's to do with the largest growing jobs and largest declining jobs because of AI.
Yeah.
So apparently, like, fucking, this is all jobs.
Data entry clerks is the largest decline.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's all done way better by a computer.
Yeah, so administrative and executive secretaries, accounting,
security guards.
I wonder how security guards work, though.
Maybe it's just going to be like a fucking...
Just like you do shit.
If you don't have a pass, you get shot.
Yeah,
by a big fucking submachine rifle.
Turrets.
Submachine gun, yeah.
I don't know, like it'd be
building caretakers, housekeepers, bank tellers.
Well, to be fair, cashiers is a good one, man. Because you like, I don't know if you just have them in like Maree and stuff like that there, but I know in Balmoney, man, they've like, see all the tills have been all replaced with these like ones that like the cashiers don't actually ever touch the money. Like,
Jesus,
lad, I got serious burps.
They're not trusted with the money anymore, so you have to like feed it in. Do you know, like self-service
machines, lad.
Like self-service kind of thing, but it's like, but there's still somebody standing there. You're like, I could have just scanned this.
Yeah, they don't need to be there.
All spars are doing that now up around here.
Oh, lad. And then what's the jobs doing the best for the AIs?
Let's see. Right, doing the best is
agricultural equipment operators,
farmers.
So effectively, farmers is we're all going to become fucking like field hands and.
I'm shocked at that last one, though. Digital marketing and strategy specialists. Sure.
No, so this is going to be more people who are like visionary kind of people rather than
they
like
need
technical. They
need someone who they need like a creative kind of.
You still need the ideas. Like you can't just be like fucking make me a picture.
So you almost need like the creative ideas prompted into the AI.
But then, like some of these that don't really make sense because they're not talking about like was Elon not talking about fucking creating like Tesla
self-driving tucks?
Yeah,
tucks.
I would say hospitality jobs would be quite safe.
Yeah, no, there's just fucking the Dublin airport they've got a robot waiter, lad.
Shut up.
Have you never been to it?
I haven't seen this.
Lad, it fucking goes around, takes your tray, leaves your food over to you know.
Where at?
In the Dublin airport. It looks like a fucking
Terminal 1 or 2, lad.
Is there not one in Belfast?
That's where the Burger King is.
Is it not Belfast?
It's in Belfast.
I did see that in Belfast, actually. Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is
Did you ever see that meme as it's going away? One of the guys at the table just turns around and slaps its ass.
Amazing, lad. Wonder if we get done for sexually assaulting a robot.
Yeah, well, it probably will be. It'll get to a point. It is a robot, but it might have been the attention.
Imagine it actually fittings and they start crying.
Yeah.
Just oil tears.
That'd be very sad. Just oil came out. But yeah, lad, there's fucking...
There's
an entire hotel in... Is it China or Japan that's... Every employee's a robot.
Well,
there's no humans in it.
Well then, I was wrong.
Yeah, lad, you're so wrong. There's fucking hospitality's out.
Well, I don't know, lad, because Karens would be objective to it, because you can't speak to a manager robot.
Well, the Karens maybe will die out. That could be the saddest part of the show.
It's just
robot Karen.
The robots will just kill them.
There'll be robot Karens now.
That's
so every person going into a robot hotel will have their own robot Karen to argue with the AI, and it'll just be them at each other like, and then you just get a refund. Like, what did you say to him? That's what he said.
To be fair, it's like the, do you know if you're subscribed to something and you leave it, like there's ways to talk to them, like because it's all AI based now, that like you can just essentially outsmart it.
Oh right, okay.
Well, for now anyway.
Oh yeah.
To get like discounts and stuff, like you've no intention of leaving, but then.
Oh, so you can like basically fool this AI into thinking you're leaving, and then it'll just give you discount.
I don't know if it's necessarily even AI at this point, but like it's
just automated chat services.
It's automated to try and keep people on the service or whatever it is. Like,
right enough, yeah.
So maybe the AI will start outsmarting us and be like, "Yeah, you're going to pay twice as much now."
Sure,
like, well, that seems like a good deal.
Yeah. You're going to pay twice as much, or I'm going to obliterate your entire family. Fuck, that's not good. But here, fuck, lad, we got through. I think that was
I don't really know where we went with that one.
I think it was a Pope and AI deep dive.
AI Pope.
The Pope's got a pussy, and it's on the web.
I think
you should ask ChatGPT to actually paint that.
Oh, lad, check out, if you just want to continue the party, jump over to Patreon. Also, Born Irish Whiskey.
Get some
in you, and use code SHAFTED15 for some deliciously beautiful deals on some dark, beautiful whiskey. See you later, lads. See you over on the Patreon, where we shall continue the party.
Bye-bye.
The Pope has a pussy, and he showed it to me.
Nice.